Hello, my little nerds and nerdlets. Something like that. Please join us for another episode of Dungeon Crawlers.
Dungeon crawlers.
Oh
I was on
god.
mute. My bad.
Mm,
Like, where's my peanut gallery?
that
A
works.
Squad is here tonight.
Yeah, I
The
think we're all
Dungeon
kind of a little
Crawler.
out of it. But, it's kind of a weird night tonight. We're like semi-missing things, semi-not. We're waiting on like one member right now before we like completely start, but we're gonna start and then I don't know what we kind of agreed on. Are we gonna
Yeah,
are we
dude,
gonna
that's just mowing the lawn. It's fucking 10:30 at night.
I agree with Lauren. I say we just go.
I mean,
Just
I'm
do
not
it.
against it. I do agree it's a little weird to be mowing this late in the evening, but to each their own. Uh so a little recap, the party has made their way back to Jupiter. You guys have begun to uh, pre-plan, figure out where you guys were going. I know you guys had discussed going to Steinthorn, but the party, the more they talked about it, the more they realized that um, the last battle that they had with this book, that all of a sudden um Freya decided she just wanted to shoot it randomly. She wanted to shoot it. It morphed into something more and attacked the party. Upon attacking the party, you realize the bow, the special bow that you had found um, a long time ago, that did more damage to this book. It seemed to be almost, it was like attuned to the book. It seemed to do, what was that? Anyways, it seemed to damage the book and harm it more than your regular weapons. Um, the party then decided to change their course and go after I believe it was the axe. And you guys are now in the process of determining where within the Evercrest Mountains you last saw Brigir. As it was recorded that this individual was the last known person to, or individual or entity to have seen this axe.
Yeah, and we had kind of decided that we'd just kind of essentially trace our steps back to that dragon horde that we had been in
Correct.
a while ago, and
Yep.
hopefully relying on Morn Zelander feed and stuff like that. So we'll see.
Yep. The only thing about that, just to kind of reiterate a little bit, is you might be able to find where it kind of enters the mountain, but you do remember when once you got in, it was almost like a labyrinth. There was something off about the inside where it constantly seemed to be shifting. But you do remember one of the entrances into the mountain that brought you kind of down and in. But you guys, as of right now, are kind of on the hunt for the shards, as kind of what they were called. I actually need to pull that back up again. I had my notes out, and then I didn't have my notes out.
The shards of fate.
Thank you. You guys were kind of on the hunt for the shards of fate, and good of you to join us, Strat.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But yeah, I don't think you guys had actually done anything at this point. The last time I believe you guys had talked, you guys were still in Jupiter, but you were getting ready to leave. You guys were kind of currently packing and having mini conversations within the party.
Would I have time to have a short rest?
I mean, you guys would have had, well,
I mean,
yeah,
after the
after-
book encounter.
Yeah, I think we were gonna long
I-
rest that night, leave in the morning.
I was gonna say, I don't see why you guys would
shit.
take.
Used
Yeah,
some
I don't-
shit and lost some health.
Yeah, I definitely spent some resources getting people back up
Yes.
and some spell
Um.
slots.
So yes, you guys can have a long rest if you guys. I mean, that's up to you. If you guys want a long rest, rock on.
Uh, before the night, or because that was pretty early, right? That
That
happened.
was.
Yeah, I think we'd all woke
It was like midday.
up. It was
It,
early
it
Yeah, I
in
was.
was
the
gonna
day.
say like
It was like.
mid-afternoon.
It was like mid afternoon because you guys were having conversations
Right. Throughout the
with each
day.
other. Yep, and then yeah. So
Yeah, Freya had been reading all day and came across something kind of in the mid-afternoon.
correct. And then you guys had kind of ventured into that whole boss fight, and then afterwards, I think Morn, you said you had just gone upstairs and like went to bed.
Correct.
Yeah. So we will leave off with some of the party members having left to go to their individual rooms. Some are packing, some are napping. I know Jaden, you had immediately left and gone back to packing. And then you kind of had the small conversation. Um, Anything else you guys would like to do in the meantime?
Yeah. I'd like to. Wait, if Kaz is still around, I want to talk to her about something.
I'm probably just resting, hanging out.
Mhm. So I'll walk up to you and you are the one that can open the gates, correct? The portals.
Um, yeah.
I I wanted to talk to our friend Bobo once before we leave. Something's been on my mind.
What's that?
Well, after talking to other members of the group and my own reflection on what happened last time, I believe that I was wrong in accusing him of being something that I no longer believe to be true.
Um, I, I could take us there to speak with him. Um, I don't mean this to be rude, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way. I'm glad that you're here with us, and I'll trust you because Andre trusts you. But my loyalty to Bobo is an order of magnitude greater than mine to you. So if you want to go, I can certainly take you. But if something happens that you're not being upfront about, I think it's important for you to know that I won't hesitate to burn you to ash.
Fair enough. Well,
That's certainly not
I
what
was
I'm
going
hoping
to
to do.
I was going to suggest that you come along anyway, since just me showing up, I don't know how well he'd take that.
Yeah, again, I'm not hoping that that's a thing that happens. I just feel obligated to let you know.
Of course. You
Um,
seem to have a good relationship with the man.
yeah, I think that's fair to say. Um, I don't know if we were planning on going to see him before we transport to the mountains or not. I think
Mm.
as a group that was still sort of up in the air. But if we decide that we're not, um, before we rest for the night, let me know and I can get a portal there.
Of course.
Um, I think it's a good idea for all of us to go there and use the. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. If we go to the mountains, we're probably going on foot, right?
It's the safest way to travel.
I don't think there's anywhere that we can teleport that would get us closer. At least not enough to waste a spell on it.
Yeah. Well, unless Bobo has some other location in the mountains, I highly doubt that anything other than going on foot is going to be the best way.
Yeah.
I know them decently well, although I haven't wandered as far as, say, Henri in that regard. Mostly kept to the village.
I guess let's connect with the group and see what we want to do. But yeah, if we need to go there before we retire for the evening, we can.
Right then. I will continue my preparations. And I'll head out. I'm leaving the building, by the way. I have returning to my dwelling to get stuff.
Hmm.
And I'll be right back.
Anybody else? Other than the wizard that just threatened somebody's life?
That's just a contingency.
I mean, I say rock the fuck on, but like, you do you, boo boo. I'm just here. I'm just the DM. um,
I wouldn't consider it a threat because his choices are his choices. You know,
yeah, I'm not
I've put the
judging no
ball
one.
I put the ball in his court.
You do you. Um, Anybody else though?
I'm just gonna grab all my gear that I lost and clean it up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably just go and try and get some rest.
I would have immediately left after the creature was slain. I just spend the next few minutes packing, making small talk with Sheena. After those few minutes are up, I would sense that Ozzy flying in through the wall. You know, it's very nice having eyes and ears in every corner of this house, and I don't even have to be there.
It has its disadvantages.
So,
There's one room I can't quite get into for some reason, but I can pretty much go anywhere in the house.
what'd you hear this time?
Roll a D100 for me.
Oh,
69. Haha, got him.
Nice.
Got him.
Got it, let's go.
The nice percent.
campaign is over.
Mhm.
It can only go downhill from here.
Frosty
Everybody have a
wins.
good night. Thank you for tuning in.
Just
We're
is.
gonna get started on putting the next campaign together. This one has peaked. Thank you
Yep.
all and have a good one.
Well, let's see here. You know that butler in the back?
What about him?
Yeah. I don't know. He's kind of like stops for a second. He was talking to somebody in the back of the house. A black cloaked individual. Some money was exchanged.
Interesting. Did this individual have any sigils on them that might give them any recognition?
Roll a perception check for Ozzy.
That's a 4.
It was really dark. All I, all I could see was just black cloak. That happened late last night.
Right.
Did you know the big girl, the larger cook lady? Did you know that she makes special cakes for the girl upstairs? Like, what the fuck? I want special cakes.
Were you alive, I would do everything in my power to grant you that wish, friend.
Ugh. Cakes. You ever had a cup pie? Yeah. I used to raid this one village, and there was this woman there. The best pies ever. Until I ate her. But yeah, just amazing. Yeah. Well, you know that's what you get when they call you the the bringer of demise. You know, pretty badass myself, but you know, yeah. Uh,
Of course. And what about the moon elf?
which one?
The male.
Oh, Ian, weird as fuck. I'll give the that slender one, the one that shifts shapes. She just fucking threatened him. That's some scary shit. She said she was gonna burn him alive. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's like me level evil. I kind of dig it. Kind of hot.
Something to
Yeah.
keep an eye on, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on her. Yeah.
I meant her short fuse, not her looks.
Oh yeah, my bad. Well, what else? Yeah, the town's just bustling. Um, not a whole lot of talks within the house. The big one upstairs snores like a fucking moose, though. I don't even like going up there. It's just loud, and annoying. Smells like awful. Can't even smell anything, but I know it smells awful.
As
Just has
would be
that look.
expected.
Yeah.
Although we have learned a few new things that I'd like to peruse your storied history, see if you've heard of anything. These so-called legendary weapons that the half-elf spoke of. Search deep in the recesses of your memory. You have any credence to those claims?
Roll a history check.
"12."
Which one? Trying to remember. I feel like
They mentioned an axe and a Goliath, a sword and a half-elf, and a staff and a dragonborn. Ring any bells?
the dragon bell doesn't ring a bell. The sword and that elf, sounds boring. That axe, though. Something about that axe.
That axe.
That axe. Feel like, oops. There it is. What was his name again?
I believe they said Joran.
Joran. Why does that name ring a bell? Joran. What'd they call him? The Immovable Mountain. That name doesn't sound right.
I believe that was the mentioned title.
Joran. Wait. You said he was a Goliath? Joran.
That's what she got from the book, apparently.
Joran Dragon's Bane. He had a giant double-edged axe with dragon wings for the axe head. Yeah. Yeah. He was Joran Dragon's Bane. He was known to single-handedly take dragons on. That's all I can remember. I don't know why.
Ginge. Just for
What?
history purposes, Joran was called the Immovable Mountain.
Correct. Seems like he had another name.
Oh. Okay. Never mind, I'm not there.
You're good.
Yeah,
The
gosh,
Immovable
stop that
Mountain.
again. Jeez.
The Immovable Mountain. I've never heard that name, but Joran. Joran Dragon's Bane is what we called him.
He was alive during your time.
Yes. Yes, he was. And if this is the right person, he slaughtered many of our kin. He was known as fearsome. Incredibly fearsome.
He never found you or your brother, though, I take it.
Foggy memory. Too many years. I feel like if he would have... I mean, I obviously would have won, but
Of course.
it would have been a battle. Yeah. And for a split second, you get an image in your mind from Ozzy's mind, just briefly, of a almost like it's almost a little bit taller than what Morn would be, bald, with two tattoos that ran down the center of the face, almost lines and runes that ran across the eyes, down the chin, and came to kind of like the Maori, like the tongue almost tattoo across the chin, and then just elaborate. He wasn't wearing any armor, but he had armor tattooed across his chest, arms, like how they do like the around the collarbone tattoos, and like down the whole front of the chest, and just thick, like bigger than Morn, thick.
Damn, boy, he
And
thick.
his thighs like look like tree trunks, and all he's wearing is a male skirt, or like a male skirt around the waist, and around that hang dragon's teeth, bone, and fingers.
That's a thick ass boy.
Huh. Quite a fortuitous character.
Kind of a bummer. I'd have liked to have met him. Probably not, actually. If his legends are true.
Huh, I thought you said you could beat him.
Well, of course, I'm the bringer of demise. Beat anybody, obviously. Unless they sneak up on me. I mean, obviously that's how this happened. That's the only way you can kill me. But, you know.
Speaking of your brother, we've gotten a lot stronger since we first made a pact. Think we're ready to kill him yet?
You sense the lightheartedness tone of Ozzy that you're used to go almost dark and broody. Mm.
Yeah, I know he gets like this when we start talking about his revenge.
I'm always ready to kill him. He gets anything he has coming his way. And when we kill him, I want him to see my face. And I want it to be slow. I want him to know who put him in the ground.
Of course. Well, I'll continue to inquiry the half-elf, see if I can get any more pieces of information that might jumpstart your memory about those weapons. But thanks for the new stuff, old friend.
Of course. You want me to go back upstairs and keep watching, right?
Yes, continue to pick up any interesting pieces of conversation that you can.
Okay, yeah. I think she was actually downstairs having a conversation, so I'll make sure to check on that one first. Yeah, I got this. Not a problem. Not a problem.
And I'll nod and return to my preparations.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm napping.
Napping.
I'm napping.
Morn is sleeping. Is Morn sleeping?
Yeah, apparently very loudly too. according to Aslan.
Like a moose.
Like a moose. Like a big
yeah,
moose.
you'll bet it. They're like a big old moose that don't give a good goose fart on a muggy day.
That got weird real quick, but I'm into it. So, Anybody else?
I've done everything I need to do.
No? Yes? Maybe?
Boy, all the boy me's.
Okay. The night passes by you. You are rested. Oh,
I will. If everyone's sort of going to bed, I'll connect with Alwyn and see if he wants to pay Bobo a visit.
like
Would-
in that night?
Yeah, I'd prefer to do it that night so I don't use the spell slot the
Yeah.
traveling day.
Anybody else looking to go that night?
I'm napping.
Napping?
Having a wee lie down.
So, Kaz and Alwyn. You are making a trip to Bobo's late
Worth-
in the evening. Probably
Worth
like
noting that when I come back, like I have a bundle of stuff with me, but I'm not wearing my armor. I'm just wearing like kind of simple robes. And I do have my stick, but
Okay.
armor's not.
so just ready to die to Bobo. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when we go, I'm just bringing the stick. That's it.
Whenever you're ready, Kaz.
Sorry, so nobody else is going, just the two of us, right?
Correct.
Okay.
As for right now.
I'll shoot I'll do the teleportation circle in the living room there, and we'll head in. And I guess it's night, so hopefully
it's later.
Bobo will
It's like
be
10
there and
o'clock.
not be sleeping.
Who wakes me from my slumber?
Yeah.
Who wakes me from my slumber? Okay.
Nailed it.
You guys are sucked into the next dimension, like the familiar sucking feeling as you guys are brought into a so the last time you were there, it was very well decorated and nice. Now you walk through and there are elven tapestries gold and purples with gold trims and silver linings. Down the hallways, statues of half-naked elven women and men, posing in all sorts of various poses. It looks very much like royalty, like a castle hall, like pompousy. Um, yeah, yeah.
Like
And there's
a
just like,
Roman emperor
yeah,
type
oh yeah,
thing.
Forgot you
Yeah.
said he was
Spartacus.
changing it all.
uh-huh. I remembered.
For you.
Yeah.
God.
Yep.
Do we see Bobo there?
Nope.
I'll just sort of
About 10 seconds later,
okay.
a goblin
Oh
shows up
no.
in front of you. Full black suit with a tie, hair slicked back all the way into a little man bun.
Ugh,
Hello? How could I help you?
I've never seen you here before.
Oh, no, I'm usually doing chores around here for the master.
Is he available?
Let me check real quick. He like turns around and just like waddles off. 5 minutes later, the master will see you.
Thank you. What was the name?
My name is Toppy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Please, come this way. Okay. He leads
I'll,
you.
I'll
Oh.
leave my stick at the sort of entryway.
Would you like me to hang that up for you?
Oh, I suppose. Just be careful. Don't touch that little rune on the tip there.
I won't touch the tip. Don't you worry. He takes it from you and like walks off and places it on like a.
It's for your safety, not any other reason. Just let you know. I'll kind of give him a little smile.
What is this? You are led down a series of hallways and oh god, what's this? Oh yeah. You're led down a series of hallways and corridors, which you've never been before, and you led down a bunch of corridors that you've never really seen before or anything like that. And all of a sudden, the hallway around you begins to get very steamy. And you walk up 5 to 6 more feet to a large double doors, Roman style, very like intricately carved designs. There's like people posing across, like Michelangelo, like where there's like half naked people like posing and like touching fingers and like just weird stuff. And you're like, okay, makes no sense, but got it.
Kind of like
that
the
the
roof
statue
of the
of David?
Sistine Chapel.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Interesting.
It's like, except for it's not like people. There's like loxodons, like half naked, like touching, like okay. So like you would know what a loxodon is, but like
Just the trunk.
elephant people, like half naked, like with everything hanging out, and like touching like fingers to like humans, and then like there's like a dragon that's like draped all like bikini style against a pool, like hanging in the pool, half out the pool. And it's very like, you look at it and you're just kind of like, what the hell?
How well am
For
I
some
able to see
reason-
this?
For some
Um,
reason, they're all eating grapes.
Yeah, it
Never
literally makes
explained why. Just
no, it literally makes no sense. And as for you, you're not really able to see it. You're able to make out that there's a door, but anything beyond that, you're having a hard time seeing.
Yeah, like I'm not. I can see objects, but not like.
Yeah, like intricately the way this is, yeah, no, you have a hard time.
Mhm.
Um,
Probably for
but
the best. I'd probably be a little weirded out.
Yeah, it's pretty out there. Um,
So is Bobo.
mm,
Like
he's a ma- he's, he's a man of many flavors.
we moon elves, you know, we dance naked under the moonlight sometimes, but like this seems a little bit more extreme.
Eh, the master's right this way. He'll see you. You just need to walk in. Please cleanse yourself before the pool.
Right?
What is that?
And the door opens, and the steam rushes out. And you just hear, I was not expecting guests.
Oh, we see that.
And all you see, Bobo, completely naked, half in the water, half out, arms draped along the edges of this giant sauna pool, and all around the pool is a different species. Elf, dwarf, gnome, dragon, some race you haven't seen before, mind flayer, like just weird shit, and they're all completely naked, and water is coming out of different orifices, pouring into
sure,
this pool.
These
Oh,
are
so they're statues then.
Yeah.
Oh,
gotcha.
I thought they were real. Well,
Oh
paraphrasing.
yeah, no.
I was like,
Me
man,
too. I was like, oh shit.
Just real dark, real dark.
Wow.
this took a turn.
I will. I'll walk in and disrobe, get in the water.
Please cleanse yourself before entering the pool. And as
I'll
you turn
look
to your right,
around.
there's like two individuals, like two elven, one female, one male, and they're pouring water almost like a mini like waterfall.
I'll slap Alwyn on the arm. Yeah, God, clean yourself before getting in the pool.
Right.
Was this your first bathhouse? God damn.
You were
Can't
the
take
one that
anybody
step in the
anywhere.
water.
I'll do it and hop in.
As you disrobe, your clothes gently float and like walk towards a wall and begin to like steam like it looks like somebody's like steam pressing them and cleaning them.
All right.
Do
Please
some dry cleaning. Yeah.
join me. The water is fantastic.
Once we sort of enter, I'll just tell Bobo, our new friend, wanted to visit. Said he needed to talk to you and it was important, so I obliged. And then I'll sort of lean back in the pool, and I want to use control flames to just have like a fire in my hand, but animate it to be like a bow shooting an arrow. like ready to go, just in case anything happens.
As you do that, you watch as Bobo just and he like waves his finger and a miniature target forms in the air like a illusion, and he just kind of
Man, can I try to hit it?
and he like waves it off like 5 or 10 feet to his right.
How
Roll
would
to
I do
attack.
that? I guess it would just miss. A 20.
Yeah. So, bullseye. Oh, that's a pretty good shot, Kaz.
Man, that would be so fucking dope to have just a fire, like a bonfire, that turns into the shape of a bow and arrow and shoots an arrow out.
Yeah.
How deep is the water in here? Is
It's
it like
about,
hot tub depth?
Yeah, it's like just like below nipple line, basically.
Okay.
It's deep enough that you can like actually like comfortably relax in it, but not like, have to be like actively swimming.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll, after cleansing, enter the pool.
Okay.
And I'll walk over. I'm assuming Bobo's kind of in the back of it.
Yeah.
I'll kind of make my way through the pool over to him, and I'll stand before him and kind of Just bow my head.
Mm. Well, please, we're in a pool. You don't need to bow or... I mean, you're naked. So, relax.
Right. Well, I'm not exactly sure where to start or what to say. Perhaps I should begin by apologizing.
What for?
Well, it's not exactly easy to explain. I might have mentioned something of it last time before I, held my blade to your face. But, well, my people don't have the best history with dragons. In particular, a white dragon and a black dragon. When I sort of saw when I saw you at first, the last time, it wasn't very clear. I could tell that... Perhaps I should explain. If you could not tell, I cannot see as others do. In its place, I have this sort of sense of where things are, but it sometimes also lets me get a glimpse at a person's aura, I guess. I'm not really sure how it works. And when I saw you next to the baby dragon, there were similarities between yours and it's hers. I'm not sure, but the size and power I could feel from your aura. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of terrifying.
And as you say that, a moment of clarity hits you, and all of a sudden the room goes dark around you, like somebody hit the lights, and then in front of you a massive white and like a white gold aura just explodes around you. And you don't see it, but Kaz, you do. Just a smirk on Bobo's face. What kind of aura do you talk about? What do you mean?
And I don't see the light, right?
No, you just see Bobo smirking, and you see it's already sweating in there because it's kind of a sauna style. But you see kind of like trickles of sweat coming off of Alwyn.
Yeah. Well, it was big and bright and just radiated power. I think in that moment, my faculties deserted me somewhat, and I gave into fear. I've only felt such power one other time in my life, and I kind of went back to that place. I'm not saying this to excuse my actions, simply to explain why I did what I did. But after some reflection and conversing with other members of the party, I see that now that perhaps I judged too quickly. And I am sorry that I betrayed your hospitality in such a way.
Sit down with all these pleasantries. Apology accepted. You're being awkward and weird. I just, it's fine.
I told you
I-
he's weird, right? He's weird.
It's fine, Kaz.
God,
Please sit down. Your thing is dangling a little close to me, and you're not
right.
necessarily my type. I like them strong and brooding. But that being said, it is fine. You acted on instincts. I respect that. Do you know what I am? Or just that I radiate power?
Well, the last time I felt such power was when I encountered the Black. Now, there was certainly a different feel that I got from that. That was pure dread. But I think just the power alone from you was what reminded me of that. But upon reflection, it was beautiful, really. I can think of no other word to describe it.
Flattery will get you everywhere. Bring him a drink to calm him down. And out of nowhere, out of the mist, the goblin appears and bows low again. And disappears. It is fine. We are past these things. And on to pleasantries.
Yes. Well, that was the reason I came here, was to say that. I felt that it needed to be said so that we might start off on a better foot this time around.
Well, apology accepted. We'll move past this. Whatever you think you do or do not know about me, keep to yourself. And or the party that you run with. They're a decent lot. A little crude around the edges and a little wild at times, but I respect that. But if you utter anything unsatisfactory, I believe it will be dealt with, and he glances over towards Kaz. Yeah. Let's just keep this to ourselves. Nobody else needs to.
Any secret you may have, while I may have my suspicions, I understand that I'm as yet basically a stranger, and you owe me nothing. So I will ask nothing else unless you wish to tell me. But do not feel obligated by any means.
Never obligated, but I like red wine. Shrimp is always good. But secrets. I love silk from Langdor. Oh, they make the best. So anytime you get that, you can pretty much bargain anything with me. But it's hard to get. Empire and all. They don't let it go very often.
Mm.
I do need to make a visit back to Tophet. Oh, they have the best pears. So good.
Aw, that's right by where the party started in Vet.
I have had some good wine, particularly in Jupiter, but I've never had these shrimps or pears, which you speak.
Oh, Port Perval shrimps, amazing. The size of your hands. Sometimes even as big as Morn's, just huge. Amazing. But it's amazing. Skeld. Skeld has the pears. Oh, they have they have a farm on the outskirts of town that just miles of crops and fruit, fresh fruit. Highly recommend.
Should have to try to acquire some.
I would highly recommend it.
We don't get
You-
much fruit growing in the mountains.
Ah, no, but they have other ways.
Indeed. You're about to speak. Were
No.
you?
I'm just simply relaxing.
Perhaps I should do the same. And I'll like kind of just lie back and float in the pool.
About 2 minutes later, a plate of pears cut up and a bottle of deep red wine is brought. And it just he sets it in the water and it floats to each one of you in like a kind of like a puff pass circle.
I'll definitely
Okay.
try some of the pears.
Okay.
And
Amazing.
of course the wine.
Yes.
Well, I'll like kind of, taste the first one. And then just grab like half of what's left.
Yeah, they're so good.
And start eating them a little bit less delicately.
I'll partake, but I'll be mostly silent.
It is as you say. So sweet. Like, well, really nothing I've ever tasted.
Of course, only the best. Obviously, I have tastes.
Clearly. Popping them in like whole.
Wolfing them down.
Mhm.
That paired with the red wine, super good.
Oh, I bet. Damn, that's making me more hungry than I am.
Right? Any other questions of Bobo?
I will, I guess, ask before we leave. We're gonna go into the Evercrest Mountains, and I'm not sure if this youngling is too young for me to take with me on a dangerous path. I don't feel like I could leave them somewhere without me, but I'm also not sure if I should take them with me. I guess I'm just looking for your opinion.
Well, usually those of my kind, or of that kind, are prone to stay with their parents. But that being said, whatever it is that you are doing danger-wise, I could watch him or her for the time being until you return. If you want to venture down that road. If not, it is completely up to your partner, per se.
If I leave them, do you think that they would take that the wrong way?
No. They would be upset, but I have ways to keep him or her entertained for the time being until you return. As long as you are not gone indefinitely, you should be fine.
Okay.
May I ask, what is it that you are attempting?
Well, there's an artifact in the mountains that we're gonna try to find.
Interesting.
I think that one of Alwyn's friends may be hoarding it.
Friends
There's
is a
There's elves in
generous
the...
term.
A white dragon of the mountains.
You hunt Brigir.
Yes, we've met him before.
Ah. Then he knows your scent.
He will probably remember it. Yeah,
He is a spiteful one, that one.
he'll be real mad to see us.
He may well know mine as well, though I have not seen him as recently.
May I ask what you have each done to infuriate that one?
I'll sort of I guess it's probably with my clothes. Mimir is probably over there, and I'll sort of point to it and I'll say, well, I stole that from him, and then I dropped half of his gold into a lake.
So, not only did you piss him off, you destroyed his hoard, or made it difficult for him to acquire his hoard, and then stole from him.
And then tried to burn him with fire. Yep.
Probably not the best choice of action.
I did all those things. Yep.
I could see why he would be upset with you.
I've grown since then as a person, you know. I mean, to be fair, he did call me lunch. So it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't completely off base.
He has been around for a very long time and doesn't make the best chatter anymore.
Yeah, I tried to talk to him. I guess I should start. I tried to talk to him first, and then he said that he was glad that I talked to him because he was thinking about lunch. He hadn't had it yet. So
Interesting.
I didn't have a ton of options at that point.
I would say not.
This is a breaking and entering and just a get and go of stealing what we could get our hands on. You know, Mimir is a sentient being, so it's hardly stealing. It's almost like freeing a slave, right? It's closer to freeing an imprisoned person than it is to stealing, I think.
I see your rationalization, Kaz, and I will agree, kind of. So, good job.
No one died.
That's always a plus.
Except Kalen.
Well,
But then he didn't.
That was later.
the piece of information that I will give you. Brigier has taken roost in the tallest peak of the Evercrest Mountains. He has been picking off livestock. He has been picking off the remnants of the orc army that once hung in Mugthal, and all the other creatures of the Evercrest Mountains. So, if you aim to look for him, look high.
That number includes my people.
He's gotten a number of them as well. We've fended off against his little swoop-ins as of recent. I put a dome around Jupiter that... Did stream crash?
Can everybody see stream? Can I get a confirmation stream's working?
Seems to be working. Yeah, I'm getting it.
Okay.
I hear myself.
Okay, good. Just wanted to confirm.
I think it starts being weird.
What the heck, Twitch? Fix your shit!
Oh, Twitch is
Yeah.
good. I think it's
Yeah,
just Mike can't see it.
Oh. Weird.
So, I would look for him amongst the peaks. Usually, I would, if I had to guess, I would say he's among probably the Slay Spire peak. It is roughly about here-ish. Oops. Yeah. It's one of the tallest points of the Evercrest Mountains, and it seems to be where the blizzard is centralized the most. And put more clothes on, Alwyn. It's disgusting for everybody. And stop spraying things.
I have to. Can't let that fucking insects in my house.
Gross.
Yeah, it is. That's why I kill them.
That is where I would look.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll go. We're gonna head out in the morning.
Oh. I wish you the best of luck. If you're walking into his lair, I would be most careful. He is a hunter, and he likes to play with his toys. He's been around for a long time, and there's good reason why.
Well,
If
if
it
Loon is on our side, he won't be a problem much longer.
You're not the first moon elf that has told me that.
Hopefully I will be the last.
I hope so for your sake as well, and for the rest of your party.
If it comes to it, and he doesn't exist afterwards, would that be upsetting to you?
Why? He's a dick.
He's definitely a dick, but just being part of rare and endangered species, I guess.
Oh, you mean the fact that I am a metallic and he's a chromatic, and he's an asshole, and deserves to die? I don't care. I could give two fucks.
Uh,
I think Alan probably would have heard all that.
yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
I'll just kind of.
If you do see him, right
Alright.
before he dies, do me a favor. If you do
I
go
will.
down that road. Sorry. 1 second. Where the fuck? Tell him Balfir the Dazzled said hi. He'll remember me. It might piss him off, though, so don't tell him too soon. It might bring back some bad memories.
I will.
He's got a little scar above his right eye. That's from me.
I'll
We'll
let you
give him
know
a
how
few.
it goes.
We'll give him a few more from you.
Appreciate it.
And as I'm assuming we're kind of finishing up here with Bobo.
Yeah, I'll take the little young dragon out, and I'll say probably the next adventure that we go out on. I imagine that maybe they'll be big enough to come with.
It
Sort of
coils around your neck in a affectionate, knowing manner, and in your head, you hear, "I will see you soon."
You will. And then I'll put my clothes on and head to the teleportation
Your
area.
clothes are very, very clean. Steamed, warm, and anything that had holes or anything like that is now patched and completely just cleaned up.
As we are getting out, I'll extend my hand to Bobo, saying, "To new beginnings."
Stands up, walks at you completely naked, and embraces you in a giant hug and and pulls you in very close and whispers in your ear, "To new beginnings," and squeezes you really tight and then slaps you on the butt as you walk away.
Oh my
I'm not
God.
upset by this at all. Alwyn seems pretty okay with all that.
Rock on. Okay.
All right, so we'll head out. I'll go back to the house and probably crash. I imagine everyone else is probably asleep by now.
I'm napping.
Is there an access to the roof of the house of the Ranger Manger?
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing.
Yep. You crawl out and begin the deep meditations. As the rest of the crew packs up and kind of gets everything ready to go.
A few minutes after they come back from their voyage, Ozzy will fly back in through one of the walls into my room. I'll ask him, how was that one?
Yeah.
How was the Moon Elf's disposition?
Happy.
Things went better than last time, I presume.
Seems as much. Doesn't seem so, off-put, you'd say?
Best to still keep our guard up. I'm afraid that we let loose a little bit too much energy during the fight with that creature, and he may have taken note of it.
What's he gonna do? Skinny. Blind. I mean,
Most
I'm the
elves are pretty
bringer.
skinny, but Alwyn has a 20 strength. He's pretty built. For now.
he's a bitch. I'm the bringer of demise, baby.
Very true, but I'd rather avoid a confrontation if possible.
Oh, you want me to kill him while he sleeps?
No, don't do that.
Oh, okay.
For this
I
next...
just got that vibe. Like, I wasn't really sure.
No, in fact, for this next adventure, I know you don't exactly like it, but I think we might employ our alternate fighting style.
Oh? We're gonna try it?
I'll turn towards Sheena and I'll say, Dear, you have that broken greatsword hilt, the one with most of the blades snapped off, yes?
I mean, around here somewhere.
Going to need that.
I'll try and find it, I guess. Why?
Well, as I taught those so-called Lone Rangers, just as people can be possessed, items can be as well.
True, yes.
I think that the Moon Elf is a little bit weary around, I jabbed thumb towards Ozzy, his kind, so I think instead of physically transforming, I'm going to shove him inside an item.
That's an interesting concept, but... Do you think that he'll try and exercise the weapon or something weird?
No, but it has a lot less physical descriptors than our previous transformation.
True.
Namely being we don't look like a humanoid black dragon.
But I find it so sexy.
Yes, I have a feeling he might not though. So we're
Well,
going
he's
to
blind, so what does it matter?
still might give off an aura. So I think we're
Fair
going to go
enough.
with weapon possession as opposed to body possession for this next adventure.
I don't know that you were there for any of that.
Who, me?
Like, no, I don't, like, Jaden, I don't know if he would have heard any of that. Unless he was,
What?
like, me talking about how I can kind of sense people's auras sometimes.
No, but you gave off a weird vibe towards him. So that's all he really picked up on. Because that was last session. It kind of picked up
That's
on
true.
that whole, like, you were kind of off put by the whole thing.
Yeah, the black fire.
Yeah. Because remember, he had like that. He had kind of like that weird black fiery aura to him.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, it should work and be just fine. I mean, I'm just putting it out there. I could kill him in his sleep. Quiet like.
I think it's definitely possible, but We've been slowly earning the trust of this group. I'd rather not burn any bridges.
I mean, I guess, yeah. Okay, I get your point. I get your point.
We have a great deal of gratitude built up, Ozzy. As the bow for that half-elf, she's probably the one who trusts us the most at the moment. I want to start earning a few brownie points with the others.
Okay, well, kill somebody soon. Okay, I'm just telling you. I'm getting antsy. Somebody's gotta die.
Of course.
Okay. We got an agreement then. Is that a deal?
That's a deal.
Okay. You kind of sense like in the back of your head, you sense like a tinge of like satisfaction and like thinking about how he would kill somebody. And you're kind of like, for a second, you're like, okay, that's kind of dark.
It's like you're dipping back into your old habits, buddy.
Yeah.
Simmer down.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Anybody else? Nobody else?
No, we were just having a snore off.
Freya, roll a stealth check.
I did.
Oh.
Oh, is this for something else?
Nope. That's exactly for what I think it is. Morn, what's your passive? I think it's pretty high, isn't
It's
it?
like 16 or something.
Yeah. So you're sleeping. Deep sleep. Like deep sleep. And all of a sudden you hear the door creak into your bedroom. And you see a dark shaped figure making their way in.
We typed that out already.
I see.
Yeah.
You guys beat me to
I
it.
did. Yeah, I did the. It was like a little sidebar thing. So he already caught me.
Okay, fair enough. Anybody else doing anything else?
I wait like 10 minutes to give Freya a chance to fall asleep.
Oh baby.
Also, who had the louder snore?
Ooh.
Who had the louder snore?
Yeah, we were doing
Yeah.
a snore off.
We
What do we
had
roll
it
for?
wrong. We didn't know.
Roll a D100, both of you.
Oh. Oh.
Freya seems to be plugged up tonight.
Get wrecked.
Like you're all kind of sleeping, and you guys are at this point like traveling with Morn. You're like you kind of used to it, and you're like, oh, blah. And all of a sudden you hear this like lighter snore, but then you hear like this, and you're like, what the fuck? And you guys kind of walk upstairs and you glance in, and Freya is just like full like drunk girl, white girl status, like flailed out like in all things. She got like a pillow like tucked under the side of the head, and she's got like this like little mask on, and she's just full mouth open and just going at it.
Mouth breathing.
Yeah, just full mouth breathe.
Okay, so
apnea.
Morn's regretting his choice to give Freya a chance to fall asleep, and is hearing
Yeah.
snoring come over, and he's gonna go over and whack her with a pillow.
Roll to hit.
For stealth.
It's
so
stealth.
Sneak over. 22.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh
fuck.
yeah,
My path.
yeah,
Oh.
he in.
Oh, no, that still beats my passive. Never mind.
Oh wait. Hold on. Wow, I'm not proficient with pillows, but it's probably
mean,
strength.
like an
so
unarmed
19
attack?
to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that beats
Yeah.
my armor class.
So, you're not wearing armor right now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It beat it
So-
regardless, even if I was.
So all of a sudden, just whap, and you're just like, what the fuck? And like, it hits you. It
I would
hits
probably
you good.
jolt up.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Warren has already turned around at this point and is walking out of the room.
I'm gonna chuck my pillow at him as he's running out.
Do I hear it coming? Can I attempt to catch it over my shoulder?
I mean, you see it coming, so you have that one thing of yours.
Oh, he's like,
Yeah.
are you leaving the room? Are you watching?
I mean,
as you're leaving the room.
okay,
I
well
guess
then
it
just
doesn't matter.
we'll just roll one.
13
dex-
dex save.
I would say you like at the last second you kind of like and like whizzes across the side of the head. Real
Really?
nonchalant.
You're not
I'll
gonna have
catch
me
it.
roll to hit or anything? Throwing it at him.
You-
I didn't
Oh, he rolled the
anything.
dexterity saving throw, so I mean, no,
And
we're
then
just
I'm
going
gonna
with the
catch it-
dexterity.
I'm gonna catch it, laugh, and just lightly toss it back. Good night.
Good night. If he like closes the door, I'm gonna toss the pillow at the door.
You just hear like a light like thump.
Just as a frustration to actually hit something. And then I'm gonna probably mumble under my breath.
And then go back to mouth movie.
Warren rushes to fall asleep before Freya.
Duly noted. Anything else tonight? Okay. You guys all gather a long rest. You guys wake up refreshed to a full breakfast before you. I would say you guys slowly each individually make your way down to the breakfast table and begin to eat in preparations for the day.
Getting a nice long night's sleep.
Hey, I mean, it might be able to be created. Some
there's
tentacles.
There's a reason the only 3 people upstairs are Morn, Freya, and Selena, who has taken the night shift.
He works most nights.
Yeah, thankfully I'm well above all of that.
Nah, I'd probably wake up pretty early considering I've got plenty of sleep and head down to get some brekkie.
Breakfast is good. It is amazing. And very well crafted.
I'll take advantage of one last cooked meal and eat quite a bit.
As will I.
Definitely getting thirds.
Oh yeah. We're having third breakfast today.
Second breakfast, 11sies, luncheons, afternoon tea, dinner, supper.
Ah, yeah. Yvonne never misses a trick, does she?
Oh yeah, she made a lot of food and she made extra.
You'll hear no complaints from me.
Sorry, I'm just looking for something right now while you guys are doing whatever you're doing.
I know we've changed it 50 times, but if I recall, especially from the talk with Bobo, our adventure is leading us back into the Evercrest Mountains again,
Yes.
into that ice cave where we found Borgir.
Brigir.
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 Something like that. Either way, he's probably going to be dead soon, so his name doesn't really matter.
Oh,
Them fighting words.
them are.
All All going well, of course.
I feel like last time we saw him, obviously we're much stronger now, but he was definitely a force to be reckoned with.
My powers have grown since the last time we met.
What's that, Morn? I can't hear you over the food in your mouth. I.e., you're pretty quiet.
Yeah, you're very
Yeah, I
quiet.
can
I
barely
was
hear you.
just saying our powers have doubled since the last time we met, Cal.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're definitely a lot stronger. But he was also very strong.
Did you not beat him?
No. We did the play dead and jump down a hole route.
We successfully not died.
Yeah,
I almost buried Kalen.
alive.
He did this stupid thing where he looked dead. I don't know why he did it.
I think it had something to do with the fact that he was jumping into a hole that we didn't know even had a bottom to it.
So were
Probably
we.
something. Yeah, but I think there was maybe something to it for him. Or
Oh,
maybe if he died, he didn't want to know that he died. Who knows?
cleric things, I guess, right?
Yep.
Huh.
Strange people, clerics.
As you guys are sitting and having breakfast, a package arrives at the front door. Labeled to a Jason. A package has arrived for you, sir.
Who sent the package? I never requested a package.
It looks like it's addressed from, Bobo.
I do not know any Bobo. Unless this is the same guy that the rest of my group has been talking about.
I am unsure, sir.
I wouldn't open it if I were you.
Do you know what it is?
It's not opened, sir. Would you like me to open it?
Can you stand like 60 feet, like 20 feet away, and then open it?
Kaz, can you detect what's inside?
I can barely hear you, Morn.
Kaz, can you detect what's inside?
Yeah, but the best way is just to open it up, and I'll just grab it and open it.
Morn kind of jumps back from the table with a handful of food.
Okay. As you jump back from the table, startled and scared, Kaz, you open up the box, and inside are a pair of gloves, a pair of gloves almost, but they look like claws that fit over the hands, and a note to you, Jason.
I shall read the note.
Okay. It reads, "From one to another, you interest me and don't think I can't see past your disguise. But I hope these suit you well. You look like you're fresh to the team and could use a little jolt. I found these floating around. Make good use of them."
My hand shakes just a little bit as I read that.
Are you reading this out
What's on
loud or just to
anybody?
yourself?
I read it to myself at first, and then I'll read it out loud to the group.
Disguise. You have a disguise?
Don't know what he's talking about. So I mean, this is, you see what you got.
Can I do an insight on that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Um, something's
Well,
off. He seems to be not telling you the full
shouldn't shouldn't
truth.
Should we roll?
shouldn't it be a contest?
Oh, is it?
Contest?
Is it? Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
Roll against that, Jason.
Just a second.
Would be like
That's my bad.
deception, or I guess it
Yeah.
depends on
If
he's...
if you want to be deceptive.
Okay.
I always forget. I'm really bad with the rules. That's why I
got a
have
20.
Frosty.
I got a
Yeah,
23.
23. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, something is off. He doesn't seem to be telling you the whole truth.
I'm gonna squint my eyes at him a little bit. Everybody has secrets, but I would hope after all that we've been through together, and knowing where we're all going, that you would maybe not now, but maybe someday trust us enough to tell us.
I think it's wise enough to say that some secrets are meant to be secrets.
I have a rules ruling that I would like to propose. I have a subtle spell, a meta magic option. I would like a ruling, and I imagine that Kaz would probably know this, but I, as a player, don't. If I could use subtle spell on a ritual.
And while you're doing that, I have the gloves in my hand. I haven't put them on yet, but I'm looking them over and trying to figure out
Ask me why.
why.
While he's looking at the gloves and after I said what I said, I'd follow up also by saying, does your secret have anything to do with the red marking or
It's a
thing?
gem.
Oh, well, I wouldn't I didn't like inspect it. I just noticed it, right? So I'm more just referencing that I noticed that there was something on his palm. So I'd probably just be kind of vague and nonchalant about it. Just, does your secret have anything to do with that thing on your hand?
And as she asked, I put the gloves on, and I just kind of say, "It's I've had this since birth. It's not none of your concern at this time." So I hide that gem with the glove.
I've had it since birth.
Yes.
Should I roll another insight?
Up to you.
While they're talking, I want to use a sorcery point to cast detect magic on not the gloves, but the hands, or maybe the gem, and just do that while we're eating breakfast subtly, and see if I can get any information on, or maybe identify would be better. I'm not sure. I guess detect magic.
So you're going to detect magic on like
Jason.
him?
well,
Okay.
Yep.
if you wanted to do identify, I believe you'd have to be holding whatever it is you're trying to identify. So you probably
Okay.
couldn't do that.
Couldn't do that.
Yeah,
secretly.
you're not. No one's touching me. Don't touch me.
Hey, let me hold your hand for 10 minutes.
Let me see. Let me
Don't
see.
worry.
Let me see.
Don't worry about it. Nothing.
Let me
I'm
give
not
you a
doing
palm
any.
reading.
6 feet.
Yeah.
6 feet.
Yeah.
So
Social
roll off
distance,
against Freya's insight check.
Is that
If you want to,
deception
Jesse.
or
Deception. Yep.
deception
whichever one
again?
you want.
And
Whichever
then
one you want to do.
Kaz, you sense a lot of magic around Jason, actually. The gloves, I believe his dagger, most of his equipment, and it's kind of weird. You sense magic 23 again, dang. you sense magic around the hand, but at the same time, almost like a layer all around Jason, and you're not sure why.
Where-
Jason, in regards to the previous conversation, I can't remember exactly what it was. You had asked, what did you ask again, Freya?
I asked. Oh, the second insight was if his secret had anything to do with what was on his hand.
He is not telling the truth.
Very well. I understand that you're not willing to be forthright about that, as long as it's not something that would endanger any of us. Hopefully just something you'll be willing to either share or trust us at some point.
I know you guys saved me from that hellhole that I was in for I don't know how long. And I am indebted to you guys. And I will fight along with you, and I will protect you. But just know that my past is dangerous. And like I said, some secrets are meant to protect, not to harm. And I just ask that you guys trust me. I know you guys don't know me. And there is something off, but for your safety, I can't go into it.
I'm gonna squint my eyes a little bit, and I'm actually gonna press a little bit. It can't very well be any more dangerous than one of our own party members being possessed by a demon lord and attacking the party at will. Can it?
I don't know what you guys went through with your other party, your other person. I'm not here to harm anybody. I just want to be free, and I want to make sure the ones that harmed me pay.
Jason is a free elf.
Jason is a free elf. He has been given a pair of gloves.
The expression on my face is gonna soften a little bit, and I'm gonna nod and just look and not say anything else. I'm just gonna let that go with that.
I'm going to turn my back away. I'm going to go to a corner and just kind of go over what was given to me and go over the letter again.
Ray, good question. Where's that D4 coming from?
Yeah, I was like, what the heck? Where?
I'm rolling it straight from my character sheet. Where would that be coming from? Does it do that to... I'm gonna roll something random really quick to see if it's doing that. Could it have something to do with proficiencies?
Which, I mean... There is like an optional rule in the DMG for proficiency dice as opposed to a proficiency bonus.
Yep, you had
But
sent me that video, which was kind of entertaining. I gotta look more into that.
Yeah. I just thought it'd be interesting food for thought in
Okay.
case we wanted to try it out, but
So I just rolled nature, which I have proficiency in, but I also have proficiency in insight. But that's wisdom, whereas
try
nature is
rolling.
intelligence.
Try rolling.
It's just doing it on insight.
Well, do it again. See if it still does it.
Weird.
That's got to be like
It's,
from an item or something, I would think.
I don't have any new items.
Mark of detection half elf gives you plus 1d4 to insight and investigation checks.
Ow!
Look at
Wait,
Morn.
what is
Okay,
this?
so that's probably why we haven't seen
Nerd.
that, because I can't remember the last time I did an insight roll. So
What?
I
Wait,
guess
what
It's been a hot
feature is
minute. You
this?
guys
mark of detection.
for half elves.
What did you read the book? Fucking nerd.
I almost spit my fucking beer out. Damn it.
Beth! Okay, that makes sense.
I was.
Okay.
Side note: do these gloves give me any bonuses or anything, or do they have a name?
Yeah, I sent you the thing, right?
Where?
What? It's in. I just sent it to you in a DM.
Oh,
You, Jesus, you little monkey.
I don't get notifications sometimes. Don't worry about it.
Vacation, everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess if you choose that sub-race variation. I've never seen that, which is why I was curious. Puppy aggro.
After going through the letter and going over the gloves, I want to go to Kaz and I want to ask if when I drop down, throw down. I want to ask if while they were visiting Bobo, if he mentioned me by any chance or anything like that.
No. We were there a while, had some food, had some wine. Nothing came up.
Okay.
I'm sure that he would have wanted to see Her Royal Highness, and I'll sort of bow to Freya. But other than that, he didn't mention anything.
Well, next time you guys go, I'm gonna join.
All right.
You shouldn't know about me. I've been in prison for forever.
Were you with us last time?
No.
That we went?
I don't think so.
You were either.
Don't think I was.
I feel
He
like you
knows a
were,
lot
but you
of
were in the
things.
back corner. But regardless,
He was brooding in the corner, being an edgelord.
I do brood a lot. Well, I'm gonna go back to my corner and brood some more then.
anything else?
These sausages are pretty good.
You're welcome.
What's taters, precious? Potatoes.
You know, potatoes.
Oh.
Potatoes. I would probably just be at this point, going back to eating.
Fair. So as you guys prepare, you eat, you discuss, equip new items. The day kind of rises up to greet you. It's around, probably around 8 a.m. at this point. You guys have been given, excuse me, a route to figure out. You guys have been pointed in a general direction. you think about it as you guys eat your breakfast. And because of pretty much how things will play out from here, I'm just going to end it on that note tonight, as we're going to have kind of a short night. Unfortunately, I believe we have 1 or 2 members that won't make it next week, so I don't think we will do main campaign. We might do a one-shot depending on who's around. And if we don't do a one-shot, I had kind of brought up before, and I'll actually leave this up to the stream and see what you guys would like us to do. I can make it one shot, or if you guys would like, up to this point, would you guys like us to do kind of like a Q&A? Like if you guys have questions from past sessions, episodes, if there's things that you guys like elaborated on, I can't give you guys everything as we're not at the end of the campaign yet, but I feel like we're 75 episodes in. I feel like there's some stuff I could fill in. So what you guys think? What you think, stream? You give it to me straight, one shot, or kind of like a talks mock, or like a Q&A session.
Talks Machina.
No, I'm not copying them. They're too badass.
Well, I said it's like Talks Machina. It's basically just like recapping on stuff.
Yeah.
We talk about where we've come from, questions about things that have passed that we didn't address, maybe delving into what's to come after.
Nope. Yeah, I mean, I can give you guys little tidbits for the next campaign. If that's something you guys want.
You could always like. I could always just like have it prepared, and then we could start chit chat and see.
Yeah,
I can
I can do that.
We could also, depending on how much it's built out, do like a session 0 for campaign 2.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We could. I have literally nothing, but we could do
Maybe not.
Yeah, I have like the base like a skeleton. I know my world. I know what I kind of want out of it. I know some things, but I have like no towns. I have like nothing else.
It's also a lot of it's kind of dependent on how this ends too.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because there'll probably be like a month-ish in between campaigns where I'll probably hand the reins off to Strat or anybody else in the group here for doing one-shots or whatever else, while I kind of do the last nitty-gritties of the campaign.
I could continue on with the one shot that we did the other week.
Yep.
Because there were some open ends there.
Yeah.
Mike, did you see the rest of the session after that? Like, did you ever go back and watch it?
No, I tried to find the other sessions, but on YouTube I didn't see them, so I don't know where are they on Twitch?
I'll upload those tomorrow. I keep forgetting to put those on.
Oh, okay.
No, I'll upload them tomorrow, and I'll post a link in general Discord.
I know you guys went super late.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I may have let it go on a little too long.
Yeah, I'll post in general when I upload them, so you can watch.
Right on.
Sweet.
I just wondered if you did. I hope I didn't betray your character concept that you had going for you. I tried to just kind of, keep you sort of there, but not really speaking.
Oh, I'm sure you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. Well, thanks for everybody.
I will focus on a one-shot.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
We'll prepare for one shot. Yeah, I like that idea. It depends on if it's like a shorter night. Maybe we can focus on like talking about the campaign, but for more time, maybe actually do one shot.
I might be able to listen in, but I probably won't really be able to like chat at all.
Yeah, that's fine.
Worries.
We actually prefer it that way anyways. So.
Oh snap.
Damn. All right.
Burn.
Sick
Ginge,
burn.
you are such a troll.
I'm just
Have
Apply
been
cold
since
water to the burned area.
day one. Yeah.
Apply
Are,
aloe
Have been
vera.
are we
since day
done
one.
then? Are
We
we done?
call it burn unit.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah, I mean,
peeps.
Good night, everyone.
No, I was I was gonna end stream. They're probably like, what? All right, stream. Thanks for hanging out. We will be back next week around same time, 8:30 Central. Obviously not doing main campaign, but we'll kind of figure out what we're doing. Most likely one shot. So again, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Deuces.
Bye.
Later.